Hi. Now today is actually beginning of 2021, and there's tons of there's a tons of craziness that is going on right now, and it's worse than 2020. One craziness I'm trying to tell you is that there's a big riot spawning in the Capitol building in Washington D.C., which is a pretty like that. But if you get that type of bad and craziness, means all the chaos, like I mentioned back in 2020, was all the videos will get completely will eventually become chaos, as I predicted. Predicted of humans gonna be bad as a sheep, have a dumb-minded sheep to copy from other people's opinions. If things are controlling with that belief of government, like I said before, it's gonna get worse, and that's of coming up because of its karma. The karma I'm gonna try to tell you that it's God's responsibility of doing. Good karma means there's good things, but bad karma means there's bad things. A human doing is bad karma because they believe things that actually doesn't exist. To do something that is really evil and terrible. That's I know. But that's I'm trying to tell you about the craziness that's coming. And then there's a riots going on in Capitol building. Then the entire years will be a lot worse than it seems like it. Because 2020 is a year that you should show all about its craziness of its man-made hoax of puppet programming in mind control. It helps you to teach you the hard lessons. Of its craziness. Because there's gonna be food shortage, there's lots of people lose their jobs. And there's so many others to do that caused me to become more and more hardworking for myself. And now 2021 passed by, it's getting a lot worse since then. And the Bitcoin is going to be up almost $40,000. Like someone predicted that the prices of cryptocurrency will go up as well as gold and silver. But Bitcoin is perfect to tell that it's go up as $40,000. So in fancy crypto, I don't think in fancy crypto is gonna work. I think you need to get mining and get used to the environment. Because I'm trying to tell you that many times that US dollars is fake and fake pieces of paper. So like I tell you before, it was going to be worse day by day. Unless they'd stop believing in stop believing things that doesn't exist. That leads to a lot of chaos and horrible. Yes. Leads to a lot of chaos and horrible of its destruction, killing, violence. And that's also shows a lot of lies to other people. So that's my advice. Is to keep listening to what I've been saying. Stop believing what of other people tell you that government's necessary. So that thing happens through centuries of generation because humans are known to be dumbass sheeps, believing things that doesn't exist and do some really horrible, violent things over things that doesn't exist. That's how humans are become dumb sheeps. Until you push yourself hard enough. Until you push yourself hard enough, and then you overcome your conflict that destroys the most. The most of the lesson I tell you is my old previous videos, and that overtake you from becoming dumbass sheep of mind control. Foolish of hypocrites to become one of the best minded person. Look, it takes time. Anything takes time. more focused about what's going on, like I told you, a much better person, because you're not becoming a hypocrite. You're not become dumbass, sheep-minded person. That's what humans are becoming for centuries. Since beginning civilization. Because that's how mind control works of human minds. It's very easy to mind control someone than to know the truth and stand the truth. Because truth just hurts to lots of people. I know the truth, it hurts unless you overcome with it. But once you do, they become a way much better person than you think you will be. Because I'm telling so many truth that's gonna hurt lots of people's feelings and overcome themselves about their emotional hypocrisy minded of believing thing that doesn't exist. And once they overcome that, they become much better type of person. Because all the civilizations as a system, a society, are just a bunch of criminals organization. They're trying to do is make man's pussies, try to make man's cowards, try to make man become weak and stupid. And they've already done that already with cops and police and forcing them into chairs and grates. And they've already become successful. So if you stand up, just know the truth, then just stand the truth and show it to everyone much as possible. If they can't, then the God will make things much harder for everyone to survive. If they can't stand the truth. And it seems like humans don't want to do that, but they continue to keep repeating cycles of its system of civilization. 21st century of central banking. And the times will become much more chaotic today. 20th century was very chaotic times because of central banking planning wars. And lots of people died because of it. And I get deep into 21st century, it will get much worse than that. There'll be famine, starvation. Because humans are really getting much dumber each time generations pass by. Unless someone who is not a dumbass, sheep-minded, weak, hypocritical person stand up against their own will and sprint to others and to care of themselves. Which is actually a defensive of humanity to be built on. So humans used to be living on farms, living on gathering back in very beginning of time. There's no government, there's no hypocrisy, mindset, politics. Those doesn't exist until some very few elites. When the civilization increased, technology is increasing, the elites will be spawned. And the first thing that happens in Egyptian and Mediterranean, those two civilizations, the first step, at least all the problems to today with the ruling class of hypocrisy and dumb-minded sheep of humans. And now that I think that it increases and all the chaos come with it. It happens to all humans race, not just certain groups, almost to every human race. The more the civilization gets, the more people become dumb programmed sheeps. Because I just estimate that society has been built since ancient times of Egypt and Mesopotamia. I've been based on a criminal system of weak, fake, and fraud. And those laws they're trying to do are not based on responsibility of doing. It's own opinions, own feelings, just trying to destroy people's life over all that doesn't exist. And times to go on because others want to copy other people's opinions and knowledge. Other civilization when they're collapsing really brutally because of their chaotic mindset. And they come with it as well, and got a lot worse. One notorious one is the Roman Empire. It collapsed very badly because of all the karma they're doing, all the people of crucifixion, slaves, many more. Ruling class is way much bigger to the Roman Empire, and it ends with a chaotic way, and they have dark times. with it. And the medieval times is a very suffering age for all humans, because they're copying other people's opinions and other civilization who use the ruling class of the state. And that respond me to that riots in Capitol Building in Washington D.C. When time comes by, the chaos will end chaos. Humans, as we know, don't want to learn. They want to be stupid, dumbass sheeps. Want to be really that stupid to copy for other people's civilization, not to build their own, make the old system obsolete. It's on purpose. Not all humans, but many humans, as we know today, are like that. I'm the one who is not into it, but I'm just born into a sheep-minded idiot's system. And I'm really realize and stand the truth and expose to others. That's how men do. Real men do, to expose the truth to others. Such as me. Many other people did. So 21st century, as you know, if people can't wake up from all the crap of ruling class and stay, then the chaos will come with it very brutally. You better the Roman Empire or worse, like I warned you about several times already. Yes. Now, it will increasing by time when that happens. When there is issues you can see around today. Many businesses go bankrupt, inflation, and many more. And it's get worse each time unless you don't stand against your comfort. You're better off live based on nature than based upon other people's opinions. Because nature gives you all the answers, not people's will. People's will are just their own thinking. You cannot use their own thinking. You gotta use yours. And humans do is copying other, like I said before, copying other people's opinions of building civilization. Or you never make the space. You never. You keep being like a sheep puppet type of organisms or living beings to let the evil and crap cause all the problems. So, yes, it was not gonna be good so far if people don't get out of their comfort of their living and start self-taught how to build, how to learn, how to manage. There's some people start to do that, but that's not a majority of as well. So, yes. Believe me, it will be nice that you just study, not based upon college diplomas, based upon what is right of reality, like I did before. Because there's no ways to live like that today, with all the US dollars, with all the euros that give you service. That's not a way that give you life. Because I have enough with all the information I keep telling you. But now since 2 days ago with the riots again, that you need to be aware that USA will very easily happen in the Civil War. If the dollar collapse and the structures, then the effect and all the countries affect the worldwide. It will, like I said before, will come with it before. And people will suffer the most is to be tied with all the currency that relating to it. So the best thing so far is getting crypto. because I just saw Bitcoin become very, very, very invulnerable to use and manage of its currency. Because cryptocurrencies is actually a privatizing money that you use to trade and barter. It's electronic based. It's probably some ways that it can change the civilization, not copy for other people's opinions of ruling class, instead of using money based upon itself to manage, to provide your service. So I'm glad that happens when cryptocurrencies start become real and public and uses materials to change the world forever. So I think Bitcoin changed the world forever, as I know. Is probably the way to manage anything. Because I don't know if all the systems can survive all the crap. Because I've been worried about 2020 on my previous videos that the ugliness will become the reality if you don't stand up against your conflicts of other people's lives and mind control. Yes. Because there's no Jesus gonna do anything for you. There's no other fairy tale. There's no parents gonna save you. You save yourself by stand up and think better and study more and do more too. So yes. Oh man, it's pretty cool outside. That caused my fingers to get cold. But when I'm walking, it gives me some exercise and warm up for my fingers to move. Because January is pretty much cold year, or February. It depends. Yes. Trying to get some best entertainment is to spend more time on thinking and enjoying to keep blaming. Because hypocrites are always gonna do a blaming, and then you do what they are doing. That's what hypocrites usually mean. That's what people believe. That's what people believe in the system, in the ruler class means are hypocritical. Especially politicians. Politicians are one of the biggest hypocrites you have for a country. Such as George W. Bush, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, a bunch of biggest hypocrites. As well, people support all the crap. So don't blame others. Don't let others save you or do something. You just let nature defend you, who you are. Cause no one do anything for you. If there's accidents happens, then it's better off when someone is gonna help out survive. Because there's no other ways but to accept the reality. And my purpose of my talking, my speech, is to accept the reality. The more you accept it, the better your consciousness of will you become. Since beginning of 2019 and 2020, has my predictor and 2019, wherever the chaos can start to begin. And when time comes by, it will go up into the midpoint of summer 2020, 2021, like right now. Yeah, for this point, it things go downhill straight like a cliff. Like people fall down the cliff. Such as a roller coaster into zero. Into zero of its will. So my advice is to know that you need to be aware of that. Of a roller coaster of civilization. The U.S. civilization was peak during 1950s and 60s and until 1980s. after 1980s of the United States of America, it would go downhill. Same thing with the British Empire. British Empire was actually a colonization. Was made power out of covered nation, not conquering and attacking like the modern empire. But they have their role close to their class is very chaos. But British Empire survives because the Rothschilds, like I said, use its governance and the royal families too to make it surviving. It transferred from the British Empire into the United Kingdom. And they collapsed as well. Very brutally like the US. All gonna collapse. And a lot of people suffer under it because they don't accept the truth about copying. But human mindset is possible for them to stand up. And it's to stand up, stop obeying other people's will. It's possible. Yes, like I said, it's possible to stand up and stop thinking about distraction and acting of politics. If you think about politics, just quit believing that thing, please. That thing doesn't exist. It's just a religion, a belief. That religion I can tell you is from Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, and many more. That's got to do with its beliefs. But I don't care with their religion. I do care that some religion are causing them huge problems in society, such as Catholicism, with the Pope. As I mentioned, the Pope was one who sided with the Illuminatis to do all horrible, disgusting things. So the pros are probably the one insane as well. If you disagree, it means that you just obey the society well and other ruling class. A lot of people think the Jews. Well, Jews have been many misunderstanding because of its will of blaming. Many ways, it's not a Jewish fault. Jewish people know how to make money pretty well. They know how to manage money because because that's what they believe. And not all of them, but many of them are. In their culture, they know how to make money pretty well. Know how to do business. That's the reason why some of them are central bankers. And many of them are descended from the Custodians from the Mediterranean, from the ancient ruling class into Custodians, Southern Russia type, into immigrants into Germany. The cost of living in a poor field, they try to be rich by using some of them to make central banking. So it's not Jewish people's fault to cause all the chaos. It was a ruling class of people who pretend to be Jewish, but they're actually fake propaganda, evil Zionists, and saying, well, a ruling class. So the Buddhism has nothing to do with all the drama today, as I know, and other religions too. Orthodox is different. But if you're a Christian, then you should think anarchy is a good word, and stop believing in any ruling class systems, but a system of itself. That's how it's supposed to be in nature. Well, existence of itself, not on others. Because once winter's here, Israel will reach its peak to understand and estimate. But when time comes, it will go downhill to a cliff. From the summer and last winter, when all the stuff begins. Same thing with all the civilization, who also face that same similar issues. Because timing is anything, as I know. Without timing, you should be in this universe. What's for timing? I know time flies fast, but doing makes you to not thinking that is flying too fast by itself. So right now, I'm almost to my car, and I have nothing else much to say except that 2021 will be a year that you need to be ready. Of its collapse of its cliff jumping. Unless you listen to what I've been said and stand the truth, get out of your comfort, stop listening to other people's lies, chain and mind control. Just keep aware of yourself. Okay? I know it's been cold outside. It's been cold. I have some boogers coming out. My hands be like that. Because that's that season of nature law. Okay? Because, yes.